Hey everyone, welcome back to Disco Elysium, and I'm just playing through the part of progress that we skipped, or that we lost rather, and one of the roles had a different outcome, so I'm recording this part just so you can, so you don't miss out anything. So when we rolled for who was Dick Mullen the first time, we failed, but now that I'm playing it back, I succeeded. So let's see what this gives us.
A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence. Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals? Perhaps you're drawn to the dark and noirish atmosphere. Is it because the smoking dame in the slinky red dress on the cover is giving you a hard-on?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. The bulge in your
Oh,
pants is
fuck.
embarrassingly obvious.
Something the matter, detective?
The lieutenant nods. You think you detect the faintest trace of a grin on his face, but you can't say for certain.
Shit. Okay, I'm not gonna buy this book. I'm gonna try and buy the other two I had bought the first time and steal the Cockatoo one. If anything changes from our original playthrough, I will bring you back. Otherwise, I'll bring you back where we died last time. And again, we found something that didn't happen on the first time. We got a conceptualization check.
Look, the skis and rotorblades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. That's a good question.
What a strange leap of imagination, and still they failed.
Reality
How
is
sad.
ruthless.
It is, sadly, it is ruthless. I am going to continue exploring, and I'll bring you back when we reach the boiler room.
Keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
And I'm bringing you back sooner than expected because we found something that we can use to read the cube.
A radio computer.
So
Just
this is
sitting here
a
without
radio
anyone
computer.
inside.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
None of these words are in the Quran. I don't understand.
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest?
I
Could
have,
this
haven't
be
I?
its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
They are
paranoid?
merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station. I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
It must.
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
That's why she does this.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident. Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to. One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
That's not bad.
Conceptual.
Any other questions? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule?
It must be.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Fuck.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder, Fortress Accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
Oh, fuck.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Still no.
Damn it.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
What happened when I press... What happens when I press print?
Nothing happens. The
Okay.
filament slides out
Let's
of its glowing
Take it
nest.
with us.
Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape.
Okay, we need to find the password.
Okay, what do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Like a digital role-playing game? No, that would never... Yeah, that would never work.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Through call-in stations, none of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology. Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Definitely.
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
The curse got to them. Let's finish the game.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
Okay, maybe we can find
This old fireplace is
the
covered in
password
lines
if we
drawn in
re-examine
blue
this.
and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Okay, nothing there.
Your flashlight slides. Some of the writing has
My dog
faded with it.
has decided it's time to bark again. Okay, before we go, let's see if we can't find that password.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes. This must be where the entity. What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
So this is how I heal. Damn. Should have learned this before I died.
If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace somewhere as well. Maybe there's another way to get in.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things? Ghosts aren't real. Didn't your parents tell you that? In any case, there's no way
Don't be
we
such
can
a
leave
doubter,
right now.
Kim. I
Let's
want to
investigate
believe.
further.
I want to believe in the ghost. Okay, so doesn't seem to be postcard La Delta 51. What the hell is this? Okay, I need to find the password. This is now the new most important quest. We must find the password. There's nothing here that we haven't searched through. So let's go on into the furnace. If I fail the furnace now, I'm gonna be annoyed. Okay, let's check the bear.
A terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Creepy.
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself.
It's alive!
This is the inside of a refrigerator.
It's alive!
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Oh, they didn't leave any ice cream for me.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Yes, the little fridge magnets are awesome.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
Yeah, I'm sure kids will just running to get ice cream from this.
What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Okay, what is on the note?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home. ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Suliswaf.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe it's because of the entity.
That's implausible. It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
I mean, we can put... You're telling me we can put disco
It's
tapes
like
on the computer?
Production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the iceberg fridge.
You must investigate further. Okay, there's an ice cream maker there. We found a secret! We found secrets.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find
Guns.
rusty rifles hidden away.
Guns! Amazing!
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
I found the gun! Not my gun, but still.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Amazing.
He likes this find.
We have a gun! Amazing! It's not a working gun, but still, a gun. Okay, now to search for the password.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here.
Yep, got it,
No.
boss.
This is going to need something else, some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time.
Okay.
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Need to find a super pry bar then.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I do things
The
without any
lieutenant
reason.
raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
Shouldn't waste electricity. Ooh, new clothes. Okay, so this gives me conceptualization, but it hurts my suggestion. And if I get my tank top, it increases my drama. My authority is really low. I fucking put points into it, damn it. What's dropping my authority so much? Yeah, it's the fucking ledger. But it wasn't dropping that much before. Strange. Okay, I know it said I needed a super pry bar, but let's see if it
This
works.
orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Nope, not even close.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Oh, that is sad. Okay, let's find the super what's its face. Okay, where the fuck does this lead? Oh, here. Interesting. Let's talk to the ginger illiterate kid. For the bane of my existence.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Okay. Found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I pushed the panels aside, Kuno. No, I face shifted.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right? That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker. And
Sounds
you could use a bottle.
extremely healthy, Kuno.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
So you're a fan of David Cameron?
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the Docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig. Not everyone can fly like Kuno. You're old. You'll never make it. Moose piss has made you scared in the head.
Moose piss is probably alcohol.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Let's try to empathize with Kuno.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Oh my god, how it worked.
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you, whispering about.
She puts extra stress onto that word. expecting it will make you uncomfortable.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Yes, she's trying to control you.
She's not fucked up. Everyone's fucked up. Stop judging shit.
Wrong move. But he's whispering still.
It's okay. The pig's trying to pit us against each other.
Fuck.
Not gonna let him do that.
That's it. You let him off the line. That was a bad, manipulative thing to say. You should understand. I got you this far. I couldn't get you all the way.
Try to fuck my Kuno! Try to fuck my Kuno away! Me and Kuno are tight. We ride for life.
Damn.
He's
Let's
on
try
your
again.
crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get...
Trying to fuck it. The
Kuno gonna
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
We need more empathy
Kuno doesn't.
somehow. Let's go back to the...
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Interesting.
No,
Fuck.
these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
No, they seem like evidence.
Cop habit. This isn't case hard to say.
We need visual... Like, we need to upgrade so many fucking shit. So many fucking skills.
Old
Damn it.
call box with a matrix of push buttons. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Okay, where will the freaking...
You wait for a minute or two, but
Nope.
all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call. All you hear is static, but you ring the doorbell.
Definitely not the gym.
But nothing. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell.
We found someone.
Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here.
Oh,
Grown-ups
fuck.
don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Trying to impersonate... to...
Pardon? This is not Kuno. Who is this?
Yes, it is.
Please just stop calling here. I don't have time to deal with this. Thank you.
Yes, it
A
is.
single
Why are you
beep
saying it's not
indicates
Kuno?
that the line has gone dead. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Okay, Febron's taxi.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The door, you hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Of course.
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
Who is this?
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Michelle, just please.
Yep. No fucking idea who Michelle is.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care.
Ever since I came to live here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
See, there's a real ghost.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be finally together.
She sounds like she's about to cry. She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
I don't think that. I think I know what happened, and that's not. Oh, sad. That's not great.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Let's try again.
No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Damn it.
Silence. No one's home silence. No one answers. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. Silence. No one answers you. This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Interesting.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Okay, let's try shouting at the boiler again. 'Cause that seems to be the only solution we have. Okay, let's see if
This
unplugging
orange
it.
machine is dead still. It
Maybe-
has a hand
yes, it
ice
did
cream
make
churner
it
and
easier.
An electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Doesn't really make a difference, but let's try.
The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Yes, it is.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Yeah, we need to quest to find the mightiest crowbar. Okay, let's try shouting up the freaking
A thick layer of coal
furnace.
dust. Looks like this furnace has a face.
Looks like it. No one has used it in ages.
Okay,
It's
we can start
dark.
the
What
furnace.
are you doing? Wait,
It feels safe to know that a lush layer of coal.
Smear
You
my
feel the
hands with
spirit
coal
of
and
our
then
Lord?
rethink
Yes.
about it, just like I
Our
did last time.
lieutenant seems relieved as well.
you're right. The rooms do.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Okay, now we're gonna probably fuck this up, but let's try it.
You muster all your strength.
Ah,
and yet
fuck. Why did we have to die the last time?
Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak.
How did we fail that humiliatingly?
A lifetime of smoking and drinking would do that to you.
The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Damn it.
Yes?
Ah, we fucked that up. So, let's... I've... I've lost count of how many checks we fucked up this episode. Let's see if we can examine the body. Now that Kim has
The rotting man
had time to
lies on his side with his eyes
recuperate.
looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
First, what is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Did I?
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single Et puis descend to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
I mean, doesn't sound like important information to have. The other things are much more important.
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia. You, sir, you are the Copperpedia.
Ah, fuck.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity. I mean
What do you
when I
mean?
need you to. Until then, I should handle physical contact, and you should take notes.
Fine.
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Success! I'm not a complete fuck-up.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
That's you.
The gloaming.
the corpse is indifferent to the time of the dead light and great culling. Just lies there. The next box says,
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
It sounds like a reasonable way of numbering cases, even if you don't know what it is, it's inscrutable.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Next,
Okay, write it down.
NA. Next, NA. Roughly 50.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Probably.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Fucky, fucky!
Oh, what a fucking... Seriously? What are you, 8?
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
Right fucking. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
We're still going with March 4th. 51. What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
None, at least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem. Then again, the right lividity is easy to produce if you know what you're doing.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosenkrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
Damn, that's a lot of deaths.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
Seriously, you're going to the detail of the make of his underwear?
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
Yes, when am I going to get the boots?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
We must get the boots.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Should I touch?
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Stroke it gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown
This is
hair
weird.
start sticking to the
Why?
latex.
Why
of
did
the
I do
glove,
this?
Like thread off a rag doll's head.
Why do I have the compulsion to press the weirdest possible option?
There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
No, it wasn't Kuno. You suck.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters. The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below.
See, I knew it was
Carefully,
smart
with
to
as
bring
much
all of the tools
precision
with us.
as you can.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
You are? You're Kuno's pig?
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the yeast. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now. Like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come
Damn it.
loose. You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then
Yeah, fuck him! Fuck that baggery! Corpse fucking time!
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Yep, that's best.
he sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
No! Let's get off and see!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence
Unremarkable.
of injury.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Sounds lovely. Just fucking lovely.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands.
Or he was into some really kinky shit.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name? I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Did you like it when I stroked your hair?
I did, Kobo. I did. Reminded me of when I was just a small boy, before this happened to my face and my body. You did me a kindness there. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal
Central nervous
examination.
system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Definitely.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
Yeah, the brain is vulnerable to compromises in its blood
I
supply.
think that may well be the moral of every story, officer. Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
Did he kill himself?
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Lovely, just fucking lovely.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
No scream. No sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Look deeper.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth.
Fuck.
You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking.
Yeah. Lovely.
Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Of course.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus. Hepatobiliary, Na. Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Maybe.
Hepato means liver, and biliary, the gallbladder and bile ducts. Nothing in your alcohol-soaked memory directs to having forensic expertise on either one.
Neither am I. That's it. Same for toxicology and serology, Na. Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
I mean, the completionist in me.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description
Let's
of
see.
injuries.
We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 feels. Leave a 4th one too.
Yeah, what about the shit we did?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Okay, I inflicted.
Okay, so there's an incision on the thorax from a chain cutter. I wouldn't mention it. Better not to muddy the waters.
Eh,
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
shut the fuck up, Kuno.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Right. Next. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
So that's the thing. Was he strung up alive? Or no signs of clawing on the neck? Yeah, he was dead when he was hung up.
He is deep in thought, eyes fixed on the bright red ring around the dead man's.
Why do you say that? Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal? Now you're just undermining yourself for the sake of it. What's strange is, I agree. I was sure we had our cause of
Yeah,
death
you know,
here,
that's
and
because
now
I'm
I think we
psychic,
should
Kim.
leave it empty, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening that was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
I don't think that's saying much.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried. Just a small gulp away, my beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
You run your
Ah,
hands
damn it.
over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough. The
Nope,
corpse
not gonna
seems
do
to
it.
yawn contentedly, as though it's glad you've run out of steam.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
I have an idea. This is a brilliant idea.
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
This is an amazing idea.
Now, detective, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
This is an amazing idea, Kim. But this episode has gone on long enough, so I will have to leave this for the next one. As always, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do everything that makes the algorithm happy. I have been Pope, and I will see you all next time.